is Amy. Welcome to my channel, Snow Canyon Stitcher, where we talk about cross stitch, our finishes, what we're working on currently. If you're a regular subscriber, thank you for spending time with me today. I love connecting with others, and it's time to, I'm actually a few days, is it a few days? Today's Tuesday. I was supposed to do one Sunday, which was Sunday Memorial Day? No, Monday was Memorial Day. But anyway, happy Memorial Day. I hope you had a good Memorial Day, safe Memorial Day. But it's time for me to do a 2-week update, even though I'm a couple days late. I actually was sick twice in the last 2 weeks, and just feeling better today. So one of the reasons I didn't do my Flosstube on Sunday. So yeah, it's been kind of rough, but nothing serious, nothing really bad. So I'm thankful for that. But I am feeling better today, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get a Flosstube in. So welcome everybody. Thank you for spending time with me. I do have quite a few WIPs that I worked on in the last couple of weeks. I don't have any finishes though, so yeah. Actually I do have a finish. So, yeah, and I guess I'm supposed to show that at first, so there's a lot of information that goes along with this. I was watching Colorado Cross-Stitcher, and she had introduced, I think it's called some cross-stitch camp, something like that. It's something she does every year, I'm thinking. And so she kind of gives you an idea of what to do for the month of May, and then there's a new project in June, and I think there's another one in July. And so there's like themes that go along with it. And so for May, I was like, well, I'm going to jump in. I love the ideas of the summer, the cross stitch camp, and the projects that we're going to be working on. And so, because I need, so the theme this year has to do with colors, just choosing colors that we like and that kind of thing. But if you want to join in, there's still time. Today's the 29th of May, so there's a couple more days, and the project for May is actually pretty quick. It only took me actually a couple days to do it. So if you're interested in joining in, even if you don't do the May project, you can do the June and July, which I'm looking forward to. All you have to do is go over to her. First of all, you can watch her Flosstube. I think it was a couple weeks ago, the one I watched. I'm sorry, I didn't get the number of her channel, the video where she explains it. But you can go over to her website, Colorado Cross-Stitcher, and it's a free chart. So if you go over to the chart area, you just put it in the cart. It doesn't charge you for it, and you check out, and then you can download it. I think it asks you for your email, and then once you put your email in there, it allows you to download it. So, but I went ahead and I did work on it, and it's a patch. So I'm sitting on it, and I just went ahead. I finished it up as a patch, and I sewed it to my blue jean jacket. So here are the colors that I chose. So what I did is I went, I got my light sitting on it. I just grabbed some magazines and went through it and picked out some colors that really stood out to me, and I glued them all on a page. And so I had I was gonna bring them with me and show you all the colors I picked up, but I pretty much just matched up all these colors with the DMC, like this yellow and this orange. Surprisingly, there was a DMC color for every color in here. And then when I started the pattern, I realized that there was 5 colors in the pattern. You can either use the patterns that she has listed on the pattern, or you can choose your own. So that's how I came up with these colors. So I just randomly picked 5 colors out of all of the colors that I had chose from doing the magazine thing. And yeah, so you can probably see these colors in here. And then I just did an embroidery around the outside. I didn't really get all the white off of it, so it's the first time I ever made a patch. And then I just sewed it to my favorite blue jean jacket. And I was thinking maybe I should have put it further down on the sleeve, but it's okay. But yep, that was fun. So if you're interested, if you think that's something that you would enjoy, I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. It was fun, and I got to make a patch for the first time. So that was all. That's all the finishes I have. Yeah, actually no. I did. I don't know if I should include this in my finishes because it's a sewing project. But if you watched my previous Flosstube, I mentioned that I wanted to make some type of holder for my needles that are in the pack, because a lot of times I keep them in the pack until I use them, and then but I needed somewhere to store all those packs. I had one envelope that I was using, and it was just so full, and I had to take like the handful out and go through them. So I wanted something that was a little bit more convenient, easier to use, and I came up with this little, it's just like a little fold up that holds all the different needles and their sizes, and then I put this piece of felt in the middle, and that way I could just put my needles in front of the area. And it honestly has been so much better now. And I was actually able, because I had a lot of my needles that I had taken out of the pack were stuck to a magnet on my lamp that I use. So I was able to collect all of those off of there. You know, you can't tell. And when they're all stuck to the magnet, it's like, it's so hard. It's frustrating just to have to take all those needles off every time you need a needle. So I was able to take those all off and stick them in this felt next to the size that they were. And it's just so much easier. I need to redo it. I need to revamp it because I need more pockets. So like I picked up some 22s the other day. And I don't have a spot for those. And I think I need a spot for, no, I have 28s. I have 28s, 26s, and 24s, and so 22s. Probably shouldn't have these are my beading needles. These are embroidery needles that I use. So probably should have them in a different one. Maybe I should make a different one for my embroidery needles. Maybe that's what I'll do, because honestly, these pockets, some of them, like one of them, I got crooked, so I need to resew that. But I think overall, it's been great, honestly. Just this one. So I did do that, and that was nice. I really dug in and just got that one done. Okay, now we'll talk about my whips. So they're really not in any order. So WIPGO, I'll do my WIPGO ones. So WIPGO for May, my picks were Let Love Rain, and let me find a full length photo. Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. And I had started it, had almost the entire, not the whole border, but almost the entire border done. And then I realized I had like that much room. I had like 2 inches room on one side and only a 1/4 inch on the other of the fabric. So that was not gonna do. And I debated on, do I just start it over on another piece of fabric or take all that out? So guess what I did? I debated about it for a couple of days, and I just decided to take it all out. So I took all that border out, and I started in the center because I did not want to, I didn't want to risk doing that again. It's so frustrating, and that was a lot of stitches. I mean, it was a handful of thread after I got through taking it all out. So I started in the center, and there's the tree. And this tree took me, I don't know what my deal is with this pattern. It's not difficult. I think it's just something with my brain. But it took me like 3 days to do this tree. I kept getting off, and yeah. But it's all done now. And it's in the center, and it's correct, and yay. So it doesn't seem like much, but I spent quite a bit of time on this one. It definitely got the 8 days that I allot for my WIPGO picks. If you count all the time that it took to take all that stitching out, because I had all of the bottom border, all of this border, and then up to maybe up to about right here. So all of this, a little bit of this, and all of that. And if you're working on this pattern, you'll know there's a lot. That border's quite a bit of stitching. So, but I did spend quality time on it this month, and I feel better about it. You know, it's no fun, no matter how much the pattern inspires me. It's not much fun when you know that it's not right or something's off about it. So now I'm excited about it, and I'm looking forward to stitching on it again. So that's that. I'll just put these right here. I actually took everything out of the bags, so I don't even have to deal with the bags. The other WIPGO for the other May WIPGO that I worked on was this was another problem child for me. I'm the problem child. It's not the pattern or I'm the problem child. And I'll tell you what happened. I should have put these in order, but I didn't. So my other WIPGO number that was called for May was Turkey Day by Cottage Garden Samplings. And sorry, he's a handsome turkey. And so this is how far I got. If you remember the last time I showed this, I had all of his tail stitched. So what happened is I started filling in this area here, and everything was fine until I got over here, and it wasn't lining up. And I realized I was looking, I found it was the tail somewhere in here. So I had to take all of that tail out and restitch it, but it's fine. But yeah, I got all that inside lattice work, I guess. It's just regular cross stitches, but it looks like lattice to me. But so if I was to recommend anything to anyone about this pattern, is if you want, it's probably best to do this part first and then the tail last. So, which I wish I'd have done that, because I was doing the tail and then tried to go in and I had gotten it off. So, but this part right here is pretty intricate, and you really got to pay attention. There is a pattern there, but there are some areas where it's not the pattern. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at. It won't be long now. It won't be long and I'll have them done. So I feel better about that one. And I was super happy, super happy. Oh, I had the colors wrong. I have the colors wrong up here. You probably, if you're familiar with this pattern, it's not supposed to be black. And that was one of the things that I was getting mixed up with the symbols in this chart, because they usually, well, when you get the pattern, you'll see, yeah, I stitched it black and it's supposed to be like a like a creamy white color. So I got to correct that. Several of the pieces, several of my WIPs at this point. And I wasn't going to do my Flosstube because I do have this stuff that I need to do, but I wanted to, I really want to be consistent every 2 weeks because I feel like that's a good time and I don't forget stuff. So I still need to make those corrections and I will do that. Let's see, what else do I have in here that I worked on? So I had mentioned in my previous Flosstube that I decided to do A Heart Remembers. I think this is by Blackbird. Yes, this is in this book, A Heart Remembers by Blackbird Design. And I shared most of the patterns in my previous Flosstube, so I won't do that today, but I was decided that I would stitch this one for my mom. She passed away a couple years ago in February, sorry. And I had saw someone on Instagram stitch one of these, stitched stitched this pattern for her mother, and I can't remember who it was, but if I run across it, I will mention it. Even if it's random in my Flosstube, I will mention it because it was gorgeous, beautiful. Yeah, you would want to see her finish. It's really, really pretty. And so I decided that I would do the same thing for my mom. It was so touching, so inspiring. And so I forget, something was awry last time, or was it? No, I had only gotten a little bit done, but there is something awry with it. And I'm going to share it. I didn't pick it out, so forgive me, but I kind of got off on my border and was making it too small, but this is where I've gotten to. So this part right here, I had started stitching over too soon, and it's a square pattern, so this is where it's at. And so instead of doing the red, everywhere it's red, I'm going to be doing yellow because her favorite color rose was yellow. So that's where it's at. And I just love it. It's just so pretty. Do you know how bad I want to go in and stitch those yellow? Oh, so much fun. So, but I had to put it away and work on something else. So, but I will be getting back on that. That's not a WIPGO. That's something I'm just working, something that I'm working on. It's kind of like a focus piece right now. That and how about 3 others? No, that's definitely a focus piece because I want to get it done. And I had started it on Mother's Day. So it was a Mother's Day start. And so I have, actually I probably should have showed this. It's a new start, but it's diamond painting. So my youngest daughter is home from college for the summer, and her and I love to diamond paint together. So her and I purchased a new kit, and we started our new diamond painting, and this one's mine. So I made sure before I ordered it that I could get a frame. They have a black frame that would fit. It's round. Very inexpensive, so I'm looking forward to getting this done. But I did start on it, and I don't really think that you can tell much about what I've done. When I first got it, I was like, ugh, because it's supposed to look like stained glass, really bright colors and stuff. And so when I first looked at it without putting the beads on it, I was like, oh, that doesn't look very bright. But then I started putting some of the beads on it, and maybe you can see them, or diamonds, the dots. It's really gonna be pretty. I'm so excited. And so once I get it framed and put it on the wall, it'll look like a stained glass window. I just think that's so cool. I love stained glass. I love Tiffany lamps. I love all of that. So that's fun. her and I started ours. She's got a, it's like a Asian scenery, like out in, like over the water, and it's got the bonsai trees and stuff. It's really pretty. And so another whip that I worked on this month, just, it's been calling to me. I started this probably year before last. I thought it would be a quick stitch, but it's Poinsettia by Carol Manning. And I don't know why. I've been craving to stitch on Christmas this, like the past month or so. So I found this and I was like, I was going through my whips and I found it and I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna work on this. So I was able to, I think I have a photo of where I started. Yeah, I'll share it right here. It's where I started, where I was at when I started working on it. And so I was able to go ahead and complete the border and fill in this white here. Well, there was white and a couple other colors that were, did I fill it in? Yeah, I did. I filled in the center too. So I was able to get that. I was able to get my border completed and the squares. So I just went ahead and did that. So now, if everything goes right, I will stitch, I don't know, today's the 29th, there's 31 days in May, so I don't think I can do like a whole square in 2 days. And that would really kind of frustrate me to try and do that. But I was thinking if I could do a square every month, I would have it done. And if I could stitch this one and get it done in May, then I would have it done by November. I would have it done in November. So it would be ready to display in Christmas. So I could do it. I could probably do it. I just don't want to stress myself out, you know, pushing myself. But it's a very fun stitch. Very, very fun stitch. So I will be working on that one every month. I'm already talking about my plans, so sorry. All right, so now we're going to talk about my plans for June, which, hey, that was pretty cool. That kind of lined up. So the WIPGO numbers for June 2024 is 2 and 25. So I was quite surprised at which ones were called. Number 2 is, for me, I think this one's 2. Consider the lilies. So I get to work on it. And I really need to, because it's been a while. And this is where I am. And haven't done anything on it since, was it last year? This is where I'm at. Oh, I just need to work on it and get it done. So I will be working on that in June for WIPGO number 2. And then the other one that was called is Bentong. How could that, because these are my 2, is it my 2 largest projects? Yeah, my 2 largest projects that I have been steadily working on for like 2 years now. So maybe I can get some really good stitching in on this month coming up. And so this is where it is. So yeah, I really need to boogie on this one, get it done too. Because I have the other pattern, I have her sister pattern, and I already know where I want to put them when I get them done, so I need to get busy on it. So that's everything. Oh, another thing that I've been playing with this past month is polymer clay. I did polymer clay years and years ago, and a video popped up and I was watching it, and she was making earrings out of polymer clay. And so I was inspired. I was like, well, I should get my stuff out and play with it. So I made some earrings and I made a charm to match. So that's been a lot of fun. And a little bit of haul, I could share it with you. I don't really have any cross stitch haul. But I did pick up some tools for polymer clay. So this is a little tool. It's called a ball stylus. It's used to help make petals for roses. And then I just picked up some mica powder, all at Michael's. So you can mix this in with the clay, make it really pretty. And just some findings to finish the pieces. So there's a bale. Got a couple packs of those, and then this is for cord. You choose to use cord. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing with the last 4 or 5 days, maybe. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're getting some good stitching time in, that you're having fun. Maybe you're going to retreats. I had purchased my ticket to go to Stitch West. That was going to be my first time ever going to a retreat, but my husband got a job in California after I had purchased my ticket. I think I purchased my ticket like, I don't know, January or something like that. And then, excuse me, so he had to use my truck. So him and I share a vehicle. And so I wasn't able to attend Stitch West. So yeah, well, maybe next year. But I hope everybody's enjoying their stitching and that you're getting some good stitching time in, that you're able, now that the weather's warm, you're able to connect with others, maybe go to some retreats and stitch alongs, and just sounds like a lot of fun. But I will be back in 2 weeks with an update, and I think that's everything. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I know it's not very long, but I always think, well, I'm not going to do a Flosstube because I don't have that much to share, but I do want to be consistent every 2 weeks. So, alrighty guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Alright, see ya. Thank you.